The 1066 Battle of Stamford Bridge, Viking invasions of England. The Battle of Stamford Bridge, fought on September 25, 1066, was a decisive moment in the long history of Viking invasions of England. This battle, which took place near York, marked the end of the Viking Age and the beginning of a new era in English history. It saw the English King Harold Godwinson defeat the invading Norwegian forces led by King Harald Hardrada, one of the most feared Viking warriors of his time. However, this victory would come at a heavy cost, as just weeks later, Harold Godwinson would face another invader, William of Normandy, at the Battle of Hastings. The prelude to Stamford Bridge. The Viking invasions of England had been a recurring threat for centuries by 1066. The Norsemen, or Vikings, had raided and settled in parts of England since the 8th century, but the early 11th century saw the reign of a Danish king, Canute, over England, establishing a period of Viking dominance. However, by the time of Edward the Confessor's death in January 1066, England was no longer under Viking rule, but it was far from stable. The death of Edward without an heir created a power vacuum that three contenders sought to fill: Harold Godwinson, the most powerful English nobleman, William, Duke of Normandy, and Harald Hardrada, the King of Norway. Hardrada claimed that the English throne had been promised to him, and with the support of Harold Godwinson's estranged brother, Tostig, he launched an invasion of England in September 1066. The Battle of Fulford and the Viking advance. On September 20, 1066, Hardrada's Viking forces clashed with an English army at the Battle of Fulford, just outside York. The Vikings won a decisive victory, leaving northern England vulnerable to further attack. Confident after Fulford, Hardrada believed that England would soon fall under his control. Meanwhile, Harold Godwinson, who had expected to defend the south coast from a potential Norman invasion, rushed north with his army to confront the Vikings. The Battle of Stamford Bridge. The two armies met at Stamford Bridge on September 25. Hardrada's forces, still reveling in their victory at Fulford, were caught off guard. Many of the Vikings had left their armor behind, expecting to negotiate rather than fight. When Harold's forces appeared, the battle commenced swiftly. The English army, though weary from their rapid march north, fought with fierce determination. The battle was brutal and hard-fought. Hardrada, a legendary warrior, led his men with ferocity, but the English had the upper hand. The Viking shield wall, a traditional Norse defensive formation, eventually crumbled under the relentless English assault. Hardrada himself was killed by an arrow to the throat, and Tostig, Harold Godwinson's rebellious brother, also fell in battle. Aftermath and significance. The defeat at Stamford Bridge was a catastrophic loss for the Vikings. Of the thousands of Norse warriors who had sailed to England, only a fraction survived to return to Norway. The battle effectively ended the Viking Age in England, as the Norse threat was never revived after this crushing defeat. However, Harold Godwinson's victory came at a significant cost. His army was exhausted and depleted just as another invasion was on its way. William of Normandy landed in southern England shortly after the Battle of Stamford Bridge, and on October 14, 1066, Harold would face him at the Battle of Hastings, a confrontation that would alter the course of English history forever. In conclusion, the Battle of Stamford Bridge was a pivotal moment in the Viking invasions of England. It not only ended the Norse threat, but also set the stage for the Norman conquest, a transformative event that reshaped the future of the English crown and its people. Thanks for listening. Like and comment. And please subscribe, as that will help us get more videos out to those interested in the Middle Ages. See you next time on Medieval Chronicles 1066. Stay curious.